Would it be crazy to say that we as humans are increasing the Earth's overall temperature of the atmosphere, extreme weather events, shifting wildlife population and habits, and rising seas? Yes, it would be crazy, but it's all true. There is always an argument on whether or not global warming is real, but I'm going to explain what global warming is, if global warming is real, and what we as humans can do to reduce global warming. After countless hours of research on global warming, I have realized all the long-term effects it has on Earth. All of us are humans who are affected or will be affected by global warming at some point. As we know, just recently, record-breaking tornadoes left at least 88 people dead across 5 states in the South and Midwest, making it the most deadly tornado outbreak in the U.S. in more than a decade. At least 40 tornadoes were reported across 9 states, an unusually high amount for December. Chris Wolf from ABC News said, "This is going to be our new normal, and the effects that we're seeing from climate change are the crisis of our generation." To be aware of the dangers global warming can bring us, let's go over the main points. What is global warming? Is global warming real? And what we as humans can do to reduce it. So what is global warming? According to Donald R. PROTHERO, global warming includes carbon dioxide increase, melting polar ice caps, melting glaciers, and sea rise levels. Global warming is a gradual increase in the Earth's temperature, generally due to the greenhouse effect caused by increased levels of carbon dioxide, fossil fuels, and other pollutions. This leads to climate change. The world is now warming faster than at any point in record history. The easiest way to understand climate change is understanding the difference between weather and climate, and a way to remember the difference is to think of it as clothing. Weather is short seasonal changes that change frequently, and climate is climate conditions that change over a long period of time. So for weather, you would decide to wear a raincoat because there is a chance of rain. Although for climate, there is an average temperature of a place that would cause a person that lives in Hawaii to own many short-sleeved shirts and shorts. But a person who lives in Alaska would own many coats and mittens, but wouldn't own many pairs of shorts. The increased levels of carbon dioxide and other pollutions is causing a gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere. Now you know what global warming is. But is it real? Some may believe that global warming isn't real because climate records show cooling. That's simply not true. Donald R. PROTHERO stated, "All of 16 hottest years ever recorded on a global scale have occurred in the last 20 years." Keep in mind, that article was written in 2012. It has only gotten worse since. Another argument is somebody saying, "We had record snows in the winter of 2009 through 2011. So what? We know the difference between climate and weather. In fact, warmer global temps mean more moisture in the atmosphere, which increases the intensity of normal snowstorms. Another argument is, it's just normal and natural. An ice cap the size of Rhode Island and 700 feet thick has survived interglacial warming and ice ages over 3 million years or more. Although in February and March of 2002, it broke in just a few months. The glaciers are also rapidly melting and causing the sea level to rise. That doesn't seem very normal to me. Many people argue with ideas or theories that can be used to fight against global warming, but there are so many facts and evidence to back up the fact that global warming is real. Global warming is real and can be dangerous to our planet. So what can we as humans do to stop it? Some people may see the difference in climate change, but refuse to believe that it is human-caused. In this graph, the plot of global mean temperatures over the past century, the small black line is the annual average, and the thicker line is the 5-year average. Obviously, you can see the temperatures has increased, but there's a small decrease where it's the record-breaking El Nino year that we will talk more in the next graph. This plot shows 20 years of global mean temperature in the detailed, cherry-picked area starting in 1998. It shows climate is cooling, but if you pick any other points other than 1998 through 2000, it is clear that climate is warming. So the phrase, "it has been cooling ever since 1998, is a complete lie. It was the record-breaking El Nino year. Other ways to decrease global warming is to educate others and spread the word, or to power your home with renewable resources such as solar panels, wind turbines, solar ovens, solar air conditioning, and solar water heating. This, you would use the sun's power to heat or cool your house or your food. It can be a cheaper option, but the only downfall is that it only works during the day, so you would have to use some type of energy during the night. Another way to reduce global warming is to recycle. Burning trash also creates fossil fuels that are bad for the environment. Recycling can also use the plastic that we recycle to make other products. Another way to reduce global warming is to unplug plugs when not being used. It reduces electric consumption and saves electricity and energy. The main cause of global warming is human activities. Although the good news is there are so many ways to help the environment and reduce the spread of global warming. We went over what global warming is, if global warming is real, and what we as humans can do to reduce global warming. All of the causes and effects of global warming are crazy, but they are all true, and it is our responsibility to help fix them. Without help to decrease the effects of global warming, there may not be a planet for our future children or grandchildren. If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for your future. Do your part and help decrease the effects of global warming for a better environment, planet, and world. What is global warming, and do you think it's real?
Okay, so global warming is kind of misleading. It's actually global climate change is what I would call it, only because you're going to see a rise in temperatures, but there's also that possibility of there being extreme colds too. So you're looking at both the extreme hot and the extreme cold. And by extreme, I mean 1 or 2 degrees, but if we're looking at a difference between 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 34 degrees Fahrenheit, there's going to be some melting that happens. So that's what we're seeing happening. Now, the thing is that every, I think it's 100,000 years, there's that rise and fall of temperatures. So if you have a rise, like we're on the rise right now, you're going to see warmer, more normal temperatures, I guess, that we're used to. But then you have the fall, and you have, like back in the past, the ice ages. Okay, so it gets extremely cold. However, scientists are worried because we don't know how far that rise is going. And if you're on like a roller coaster, you know how the higher up you go, the harder you fall. That's what they're worried about, is that fall when they go down after 100,000 years and you see that fall to the cold. Is it going to go down farther and get extremely cold? So that's what they're worried about right now.
What is global warming to you, and do you believe it's real?
I do believe global warming's real. It's still a present threat, and right now we are actually nearing our 6th major extinction because of it. So soon, at least over 50% of all species will be wiped out.
Do you feel more educated on the subject after watching this presentation?
I definitely do. I feel as though it's something that many people may not talk about a lot, and I feel like I am more up to date on the situation.